Okay, so we did the moral intelligence of children, and I'm Brenna.
Nadia.
And Sarah is holding the camera, so she won't be in it. So, we did letters to parents and teachers. Coles uses his own experiences to tell his stories and what he wants, and he explores the questions of how children try to comprehend and manage life in bigwities. He believes that children need purpose in life, a set of beliefs and ideals. He mentioned a few places like churches and synagogues and stuff like that, but he also said that you don't need religion to get these beliefs, that you can also get them from stories and poems and learning, and just kind of having this belief system is what children need. And he also did a story about a little boy named David that was very sick. He was dying, and every day he prayed for the doctors. He worried about how they were fighting to keep him alive and were going to lose. I quoted him as, "I ask God to be nice to them so they don't feel too bad if us kids here go meet him." So instead of the little boy feeling sorry that he was sick and dying, he felt sorry and he prayed for the doctors that were trying to keep him alive, that were going to be sad when he died, because he knew he was dying. He was really sick and he just had this feeling. So he had, his belief was religious, but it made him a better person, and he had these morals and he felt bad for the doctors. And a few of the words that Cole mentioned in this section that were very important are thank you, please, courage, and respect. And also, this is another quote, and it's, "I've been taking all these philosophy courses, and we talk about what's true, what's important, what's good. Well, how do you teach people to be good? What's the point of knowing the meaning of good if you don't keep trying to become a good person?" So this goes back to morals and beliefs and teaching kids to be good and having kids wanting to be good. They might know how to be good or what is good, but actually being good is what they need to have this feeling in them.
Starting with letters to parents and teachers. Letters to parents and teachers telling us to think of the importance of our role of the moral development of children and how we encourage this construct. Letters to parents and the second part of it. Cole introduces moral exploration, discussing children's natural tendency to wonder in life and mysteries around us. So in this whole book, he has mentioned like different stories of people, how they develop children's development, and he introduces to like a lot of different stories. One of the stories was with a girl who was going to Harvard, but she was also working part-time at this school, but nobody really recognized her or thanked her for what she did. So you have to know your moral ideas to thank others, and like we mentioned earlier, like the words were courage and thank you, respect. So nobody would respect her for what she did, what she was trying to help others. Cole described these exploration and activities of the mind and heart that characterize the impulse of probe of meaning and significance.
And in the appendix, he puts different things that teachers and parents can use to help these children and children all over for the development. He puts different books and literature that kids can read and different websites and stuff like that.
We were also supposed to do the reflection of the whole book, what we have done throughout. And the book was organized into 3 sections: moral intelligence, moral theology of childhood, and letters to parents and teachers. The first section, Coles uses case studies to describe what is meant by moral conscience and illustrate how moral intelligence develops in children. And in that section, he talked about different stories, like I said again, and how good and bad. He was giving stories of good and bad, and how, like, to be good, you gotta keep on doing good. You can't just do one day and be like, oh, that's it. You gotta keep on doing it. And the second section, Cole characterizes what he calls moral theology of childhood. He puts forth a notion that child's sense of moral conscience is shaped at the very start of life by moral conviction and subsequent decision and behavior of significant adults. The last section brings together the key concept of the ideas Coles put forth and throughout the book. In this last part, Coles have attempted to make parents and teachers challengingly that how we can play a role in moral development of children. So as a conclusion, parents have a big role in helping children to develop better, and just not just parents, their teachers and peers and friends. That's how children can develop.
And then our questions, we have 3 questions. And our first one is religion the best place to find beliefs and values? And I don't think it is, because I think beliefs and values can come from anywhere. They can come from your parents, from your teachers, and it's just a set of good morals. Yes, religion does have really good morals, but I would say it depends on the person and how well they use these good morals and beliefs.
My question was, can bribery also be looked at encouragement for children to do well in certain things? And one of the chapters or the page I was reading about in this book, Cole was talking about giving a child candy to do homework, and I was just like, yeah, that's what we do in reality, that we give a child, I'll give you candy, finish your homework, or you get a treat if you do this, and you encourage the child to do well, but does it really, do the child always expect something in return to do something? That's what I'm saying. Is it always a good encouragement? Because in the future, the child might be like, oh, I'm not going to do it if I don't get something in return.
And then the third question is, how can you raise a child to be a good person whose morals, character, and strong values still steer and sustain him or her throughout life? And this is just setting these beliefs and values at the beginning, also explaining them and having the kids actually use them throughout, and always using them yourself as well, and getting them early into reading and all these different things that go into moral and into beliefs, and making sure that they actually believe them. Forcing it onto them, but they don't actually believe them, won't help. So actually getting these beliefs that they actually believe in, these values, and explaining them so that they understand them and that they understand the importance of them, so that they actually have them in them. And that is it. So
Thank you.
Thank you.